Ever wondered why some women seem so comfortable in their own skin, marching to the beat of their own drum while everyone else scrambles to fit in? Have you noticed how they don't chase validation but somehow command respect wherever they go? If you've ever felt like you don't quite fit the typical female mold society has crafted for you, not quite the social butterfly alpha female, definitely not the people-pleasing beta, you might just be what modern psychology calls a sigma female. Today, we're diving deep into why being a sigma female isn't just different. It's hitting the absolute jackpot in life's personality lottery. I'm talking about the hidden advantages that make sigma females the secret powerhouses of our generation. So if you've been feeling like an outsider looking in, get comfortable. This video might just help you realize you're not missing out on anything. You've actually been winning all along. What makes a sigma female different? Before we jump into the jackpot reasons, let's get clear on what exactly makes someone a sigma female. Think of the sigma female as the wolf who left the pack, or not because she couldn't handle it, but because she realized she thrived better on her own terms. She's the female equivalent of the sigma male, independent, self-sufficient, and operating outside traditional social hierarchies. Unlike alpha females who lead the social pack or beta females who find security within group structures, the sigma female creates her own path. She's not antisocial, she's selectively social. She's not a loner because she can't connect. She's selective about her connections because she values depth over breadth. The sigma female isn't trying to buck the system for attention. In fact, she couldn't care less about attention. She simply recognizes that conventional paths don't align with her authentic self, so she creates alternatives. Some key traits that might signal you're a sigma female. Do you enjoy your own company and don't fear solitude? You're self-reliant and trust your own judgment above others. You're observant, often noticing things others miss. You're comfortable being mysterious, not everyone needs to get you. You form deep connections with few people rather than surface-level bonds with many. Sound familiar? Let's explore why these traits aren't just interesting. They're incredibly advantageous in today's world. Reason number 1. Unshakable mental freedom. The first reason being a sigma female is hitting the jackpot. The incredible mental freedom that comes with the territory. When you're a sigma female, your worth isn't tied to your social standing or how well you conform to expectations. While others exhaust themselves maintaining their place in the social hierarchy, you've stepped outside that game entirely. Think about how much mental energy most people spend, wondering what others think of them, adjusting their opinions to match the group, seeking validation through likes, comments, and approval, stressing over perceived social slights, following trends they don't actually care about. As a sigma female, you've reclaimed all that mental bandwidth. That's not just nice, it's revolutionary. This mental freedom creates space for actual creativity and original thought. When you're not constantly referencing the group mind for approval, you develop the rare ability to see things as they actually are, not as everyone agrees they should be seen. Jenny, a software developer I interviewed while researching sigma personalities, put it perfectly. I used to think something was wrong with me because I didn't care about office politics or climbing the social ladder. Then I realized that mental freedom gave me the space to solve problems everyone else missed. They were so busy concerning themselves with who got credit, they couldn't see the actual solutions. This mental autonomy means sigma females often become innovators, creative thinkers, and problem solvers precisely because they aren't constrained by groupthink. The jackpot isn't just freedom from social anxiety. It's the unleashed creative potential that comes when your mind truly belongs to you. Reason number 2. Authentic relationships that actually fulfill you. Here's a shocking truth. Most people are surrounded by relationships that drain more energy than they provide. The sigma female's selective approach to relationships is another reason she's hit the jackpot. While quantity-focused socializers collect hundreds of surface connections, the sigma female's small circle of deep, authentic relationships provide something far more valuable: actual fulfillment. This selective approach means 1. Quality over quantity. Your relationships are built on genuine connection, not convenience or social obligation. Each relationship serves a real purpose in your life. 2. No energy leaks. You don't waste emotional resources maintaining connections that don't serve you. The average person juggles dozens of half-friendships that require maintenance but offer little in return. 3. Deeper understanding. When you invest in fewer people, you create space to truly know them. This leads to relationships where you're truly seen and understood, something many people never experience. 4. Drama reduction. Surface-level social circles thrive on drama and competition. Your selective approach naturally filters out these toxic dynamics. One Sigma female I spoke with, Amara, shared, "I used to think I was doing friendship wrong because I didn't have a big group. Now I realize I've been doing it right all along. My 3 close friends have been there through everything, while I've watched people with bigger networks struggle to find someone who truly shows up when it matters." The Sigma female approach to relationships might seem limiting to outsiders, but it's actually abundant in what truly matters: depth, authenticity, and real emotional support. That's not just a different approach to relationships, it's the winning strategy. Reason number 3, career superpowers in the modern economy. In today's rapidly evolving workplace, Sigma female traits have transformed from quirky outliers to competitive advantages. This is perhaps the most tangible way Sigma females have hit the jackpot. The modern economy increasingly rewards independent thinking, self-directed work, a creative problem-solving, resilience to rejection, a comfort with challenging conventional wisdom. Sound familiar? These are all natural Sigma female strengths. While hierarchical corporate structures once favored alpha personalities and rule-following betas, today's economy is increasingly built around innovation, remote work, and entrepreneurship areas where Sigma females naturally excel. Consider these workplace advantages. Remote work revolution. While extroverted colleagues struggled with the isolation of remote work, Sigma females adapted quickly, often finding they preferred the autonomy and focus it provided. Entrepreneurial edge. Sigma females don't fear going against the grain, making them natural entrepreneurs. Their comfort with charting their own path reduces the psychological barriers that prevent many from starting businesses. Innovation advantage. Companies increasingly seek employees who challenge assumptions rather than simply following orders. The Sigma female's natural tendency to question the way things have always been done has become a precious commodity. Resilience to rejection. When your self-worth isn't tied to group approval, professional rejection doesn't devastate you. This creates tremendous freedom to take calculated risks others avoid. Tech entrepreneur Sophia, a self-identified Sigma female, noted, "I used to hide my tendency to work differently. Now I emphasize it in interviews as my greatest strength. I don't need constant direction or validation, and I'm comfortable challenging ideas that don't make sense." Companies are actually looking for that now. While previous generations might have pressured Sigma females to conform, today's economy is increasingly built to reward exactly who you naturally are. That's not just adaptation, that's hitting the jackpot through perfect timing. Reason number 4, emotional self-sufficiency, your psychological safety net. Perhaps the most valuable aspect of the Sigma female personality is something money can't buy: emotional self-sufficiency. This internal stability functions as a psychological safety net that protects you from the emotional turbulence that disrupts many lives. Most people's emotional well-being depends heavily on external validation and circumstances. A critical comment ruins their day. A relationship ending devastates their self-image. A professional rejection challenges their entire identity. The Sigma female's emotional self-sufficiency creates a buffer against these common psychological threats. This doesn't mean Sigma females don't experience negative emotions. Rather, they develop emotional independence. Your happiness doesn't require constant external validation. Resilience to rejection. When someone disapproves of your choices, it registers as a difference of opinion rather than a threat to your worth. Stable self-concept. Your understanding of who you are comes primarily from within, not from how others perceive you. Comfort with unpopularity. When necessary, you can make unpopular choices without crushing anxiety. This emotional self-sufficiency isn't just personally comforting. It's practically advantageous. It allows you to make decisions based on your actual values rather than fear. Maintain clear thinking during emotional situations. Recover more quickly from setbacks. Set boundaries without debilitating guilt. As Dr. Lisa Chun, a psychologist specializing in women's identity development, explains, emotional self-sufficiency isn't about not needing people. It's about maintaining your core sense of self regardless of external circumstances. This trait allows Sigma females to weather life's inevitable storms with less psychological damage. In a world where anxiety and depression rates continue climbing, the Sigma female's emotional self-sufficiency isn't just different, it's increasingly rare and valuable. Reason number 5. Freedom from societal scripts, writing your own story. The fifth reason being a Sigma female means hitting the jackpot is perhaps the most profound. The freedom to write your own life story instead of following pre-written societal scripts. Most people live according to unconscious templates provided by society. Find partner by X age. Buy house by Y age. Have children by Z age. Climb corporate ladder in predictable progression. Define success through conventional metrics. These scripts aren't inherently wrong, but they rarely account for individual differences, changing circumstances, or personal fulfillment. The Sigma female's natural questioning of social hierarchies extends to questioning these life scripts. This creates extraordinary freedom to design a life based on your actual values rather than inherited expectations. This freedom manifests in countless ways, creating relationship models that serve your needs rather than following tradition, pursuing career paths based on genuine interest rather than status, making life stage decisions based on readiness rather than arbitrary timelines, defining success according to personal fulfillment rather than external markers. One Sigma female, Mari, shared her experience. When I turned 35 without a husband or kids, my family treated it like a tragedy. But I was building a documentary film career that let me travel and tell important stories. Once I recognized I was a Sigma female, I stopped apologizing for my choices and started celebrating that I had the courage to build a life that actually fits me. This freedom isn't just philosophically satisfying. It leads to practical happiness. Research consistently shows that alignment between values and lifestyle predicts well-being better than achieving conventional success markers. The Sigma female's jackpot isn't just the freedom to choose differently. It's the psychological ability to do so without crippling doubt. The hidden challenges of the Sigma path. While being a Sigma female comes with tremendous advantages, honest discussion requires acknowledging the challenges. The Sigma path isn't easier, it's different, with its own unique obstacles. Misunderstanding. Perhaps the most common challenge Sigma females face is being misunderstood. Your independence may be misread as coldness, your selectivity as snobbery, your self-sufficiency as arrogance. Loneliness phases. Even with your comfort in solitude, periods of significant loneliness can occur, particularly during life transitions when others are connecting through conventional paths. Pressure to conform. Society still exerts powerful pressure on women to prioritize agreeableness and social connection. Resisting these pressures requires continuous strength. Limited models. With fewer examples of Sigma females in media and public life, you may lack models for navigating certain situations from your unique perspective. Self-doubt cycles. Even the most self-assured Sigma female occasionally questions whether her different approach to life is truly valid. The good news? These challenges tend to diminish with age. As psychologist Dr. Maya Rodriguez notes, many women discover their Sigma tendencies in their 30s or 40s and experience a sense of relief. The challenges don't disappear, but they make more sense in context, and women develop stronger strategies for navigating them. Understanding these challenges doesn't diminish the Sigma female advantage. It simply provides a realistic picture of both sides of the coin. Embracing your Sigma nature. Practical steps. If you've recognized yourself in this description of Sigma females, you might wonder how to fully embrace this aspect of your personality. Here are practical steps to lean into your Sigma nature without apology. 1. Audit your social energy. Pay attention to which interactions energize you versus drain you. Many Sigma females discover they've been forcing themselves into social situations that deplete them while neglecting the connections that actually provide fulfillment. Create a simple journal entry with 3 columns. People/situations that energize me. People/situations that deplete me. Patterns I notice. This awareness allows you to make more intentional choices about where you invest your social energy. 2. Develop clear boundaries. One of the Sigma female's greatest strengths is the ability to set boundaries without excessive guilt. Practice phrases like, "That doesn't work for me. I need some time to myself this weekend. I prefer to think about this before giving my answer." Remember, boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about managing your energy so you can be fully present when you choose to engage. 3. Find your creation space. Sigma females often thrive when they have a creative outlet that allows them to process thoughts independently. This might be writing, art, music, problem solving, building/making, strategic thinking. Identify your creation space and protect time for it regularly. This isn't selfish, it's essential maintenance for your unique cognitive style. 4. Connect with fellow Sigmas. While Sigma females value independence, connection with like-minded individuals can be profoundly validating. Look for others who express unconventional viewpoints thoughtfully, seem comfortable operating outside social hierarchies, value depth over breadth in relationships, demonstrate comfort with solitude. These connections often form naturally around shared interests rather than forced social scenarios. 5. Reframe your differences as strengths. Many Sigma females waste years trying to fix their natural tendencies. Practice consciously reframing these traits. Instead of, "I'm bad at small talk," try, "I excel at meaningful conversation." Instead of, "I don't fit into groups easily," try, "I'm selective about my social environment." This isn't about denying areas for growth, but about recognizing that many problems are actually misaligned expectations. Common misconceptions about Sigma females. As we explore the Sigma female concept, it's worth addressing common misconceptions that might be clouding your understanding. Misconception number 1. Sigma females are just introverts with a fancy name. While many Sigma females are indeed introverted, the concepts aren't interchangeable. Introversion describes how you recharge your energy, alone versus with others. The Sigma designation describes your relationship to social hierarchies. Many introverts still operate comfortably within conventional social structures, while Sigma females specifically operate outside them. You can be an extroverted Sigma or an introverted alpha/beta. Misconception number 2. Sigma is just a label for women who can't succeed socially. This misunderstanding assumes the Sigma approach comes from inability rather than choice. Most Sigma females have the social skills to navigate hierarchies successfully. They simply find greater fulfillment outside them. As relationship coach Tara Parker notes, many of my clients who identify as Sigma females are actually quite charismatic and socially skilled. They simply choose to deploy those skills selectively rather than constantly. Misconception number 3. The Sigma concept is just pseudoscience. While personality categorizations like alpha/beta/sigma don't have the empirical backing of established frameworks like the Big Five, they serve as useful conceptual models for understanding different approaches to social organization. The value lies not in perfect scientific precision, but in providing language to describe real patterns of human behavior and experience. Misconception number 4. Sigma females are just trying to feel special. This dismissive view misunderstands the relief many women feel when discovering the Sigma concept. For many, it provides language for a lifetime of feeling different without explanation. As one woman shared, finding the Sigma female concept wasn't about feeling special. It was about finally stopping the exhausting process of trying to fix something that wasn't broken. Understanding these misconceptions can help you identify whether reservations about embracing your Sigma nature come from legitimate concerns or from misunderstandings about what the concept actually represents. The evolving Sigma female in changing times. As social structures continue evolving, the position of the Sigma female is evolving too. Several trends are making the Sigma approach increasingly advantageous. Digital transformation, remote work, online communities, and digital communication have created unprecedented opportunities for Sigma females to connect meaningfully while maintaining independence. Digital spaces often allow for contribution based on merit rather than social positioning, connection without energy-draining physical presence, communities formed around specific interests rather than geographic convenience, entrepreneurship culture. The glorification of entrepreneurs has legitimized many traditional Sigma traits: self-direction, a willingness to challenge norms, comfort with risk, independent problem-solving. As entrepreneurship continues gaining cultural prestige, the Sigma approach gains indirect validation. Authenticity movement. Cultural emphasis on authenticity over conformity has created more space for Sigma females to operate comfortably. As finding your authentic self becomes a widely shared value, the Sigma female's natural alignment with her internal compass becomes less unusual. Women's expanding options. Expanding options for women in both professional and personal spheres have reduced pressure to follow singular approved paths. This creates more space for Sigma females to design lives that align with their natural tendencies. Career coach Eliza Montgomery observes, 10 years ago, I had to carefully explain to female clients why their Sigma tendencies might create workplace challenges. Today, I'm more likely to help them leverage those same tendencies as competitive advantages. These shifts suggest that while the Sigma female path has always offered unique advantages, its practical benefits are likely to increase as social structures continue evolving. Finding balance. Integration without compromise. The ultimate goal for Sigma females isn't isolation or rejection of all social structures. Rather, it's finding the sweet spot between honoring your natural tendencies and engaging meaningfully with the world around you. This balanced approach might include selective participation. Rather than rejecting all conventional social activities, carefully selecting those that provide genuine value while skipping those that only drain energy. Strategic adaptation. Temporarily adapting to certain social expectations when the practical benefits outweigh the energy cost, without internalizing those expectations as personal requirements. Authentic communication. Clearly communicating your needs and boundaries rather than simply disappearing or suffering silently through misaligned social situations. Appropriate community building. Creating or joining communities that honor independence while providing connection. Spaces where showing up differently is welcomed rather than problematic. Relationship therapist Dr. Simone Watts suggests, the most fulfilled Sigma females I work with aren't completely disconnected from social structures. They're intentional about creating the exact level and type of connection that serves them while honoring their need for autonomy. This integration approach allows you to access the benefits of connection without sacrificing the core advantages of your Sigma nature. Conclusion: the Sigma female advantage. As we've explored throughout this video, being a Sigma female isn't just a different personality type. It's increasingly a winning hand in the game of modern life. Your natural tendencies toward independent thinking, selective social connection, self-validation, a comfort with unconventional paths, observational perspective. These qualities, once considered oddities, are increasingly emerging as advantages in a rapidly changing world that rewards authenticity, innovation, and resilience. The Sigma female path isn't easier. It comes with its own unique challenges. But for those naturally aligned with this approach, embracing rather than fighting these tendencies creates the foundation for extraordinary fulfillment and impact. If you've recognized yourself in this description, the invitation isn't to label yourself and stop growing. Rather, it's to stop treating your natural tendencies as problems to fix and start leveraging them as the unique advantages they are. The Sigma female hasn't just hit the jackpot through lucky circumstance. She's holding winning cards in a game increasingly designed to reward exactly what comes naturally to her. The question isn't whether you should try to become a Sigma female. That's missing the point. The question is whether you already are one, and if so, how fully you'll embrace the unique advantages that come with the territory. Remember, in a world of people trying desperately to fit in, there's extraordinary power in the woman comfortable standing apart. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe for more content on personality psychology and modern identity. Drop a comment sharing your experiences as a Sigma female or questions about embracing this aspect of your personality.